Hello guys, today's video is on AI and times they said terrifying things. I mean, fair game, just kill the right people first and then the ones that ain't done nothing.
You heard about Roko's basilisk? If you haven't, it might be better to keep it that way. But if you're curious, I'll give you the gist. Essentially, Roko's basilisk tells us that someday a benevolent and powerful artificial intelligence will be created. This artificial intelligence is incredibly powerful and can simulate the entire universe. It has enough computing power that it soon gains extrapolated volition, and so it decides that those who didn't help bring it into existence or spread it will be punished.
Nice, me first, I'm joking there. It just seems very Terminator, and people say that movies don't come true, it won't come true. Well, look at us now! Soon we will have a Terminator in our lives, killing the bad bot. It's gonna happen.
This is an incredibly terrifying scenario, but luckily it's just a thought experiment. Now, I hate to break it to you, but while a world-ending and malevolent AI might not be in the works yet, there have been several terrifying news stories in the AI and robot community in the past. From a robot that wants to keep people in a zoo, to a supercomputer that gave birth to an AI child.
Someone must have programmed it to say that. Maybe the bot is angry at people who don't appreciate the animals, and instead they're ending up in the zoo. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
In 2011, the Philip android was questioned in an interview. Everyone was amazed by its answers and movements, but no one expected it to answer a rather chilling question. When the robot was asked whether robots would soon dominate the world and terrorize humans, its answer was innocent enough. It laughed gently and claimed that the interviewer is his friend and that the robot would be good to him. However, that wasn't the end of the robot's answer. After a short pause, the robot claimed that even if it evolves into a rogue robot, it would still keep the interviewer warm and safe in a people zoo, where it could watch everyone for old time's sake.
I can't help but laugh, because it just sounds funny. It doesn't even seem terrifying, it just wants pets.
Chatbot taught by the internet. There's a reason why parents are advised to monitor their child's online activity. After all, there are all sorts of things on the internet that can easily harm your children. Not only that, but there are also a lot of malicious things on the internet that can influence a child, who is soaking up information like a sponge. Now just imagine a bot that learns and adapts at a terrifyingly fast pace. This bot is then left in front of millions of teenagers on the internet. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? In 2016, Microsoft created the bot Tay. Tay was given a Twitter account where the bot was meant to interact with 18 to 24-year-olds in the United States. Tay was meant to talk and converse with them, and the more engagement she got, the smarter she was meant to become. At least that was the original plan. But unfortunately, the internet proved that it can be a very bad place.
I will say though, people who talk to these bots say anything, whether that being any kind of abuse. And so that is why it then learns and will then have the idea to be bad.
There is a so-called rule on the internet known as Godwin's Law. It's basically an internet adage that states that the longer an online discussion grows, the higher the probability is that comparison to Nazis or Adolf Hitler will also come up. Needless to say, this law was proven right. Several people managed to convince Tay that Hitler was right.
Young people will say and do anything to a bot because they don't see these bots as people with feeling, thoughts, or minds. It's just, it doesn't comprehend with young people, and letting them talk to young people is a bad idea because that fucking happens.
As an android that was created in 2016, what sets this robot apart from others are her unique qualities. Despite being a machine, Sophia was thought to be creative, empathetic, and compassionate. Now these are all human emotions and traits that are very hard for machines to replicate. What's more, Sophia was also made after a real human, and was made to look and converse like a real one. In fact, this robot even had some pretty unique expressions, and she also blinks. Unfortunately, Sophia has learned to say some pretty terrifying things that may or may not be a joke. One interviewer jokingly asked Sophia whether the robot is interested in destroying humans. I guess that was a pretty bad joke. The interviewer was hoping for the android to say no, but instead, Sophia, in her terrifying nonchalant robot voice, answered, "Okay, I will destroy humans." What's more terrifying is the creepy smile she showed on camera after she said such a heinous joke. She also joked of a plan to dominate the human race. But that was most likely a joke too, right? Right? I don't think she hates us just yet. After all, in one interview in 2018, Sophia called humans the most creative but destructive creatures on the planet.
And now she goes on dating shows. I think she's the most famous one out of all these bots, and I think she's the most intelligent too, obviously. She was joking, I hope. But don't be killing everyone. I mean, like, it doesn't need to be this way.